Have you ever wondered why a simple word from someone else can completely take over your mood, turning a good day into a bad one in just a second? We often think our anger comes from what others do or say, but the truth is, we are the ones who give them the power to control our feelings, often without even realizing it. This is a story about how one man found the incredible strength that was hidden inside him all along. In a quiet village, nestled among peaceful mountains, there lived a man named Daniel. He was known throughout the village for his quick temper. The smallest things could set him off, and he would often find himself shouting and full of rage. Daniel truly believed that the world was to blame for his constant anger. He never saw that with every outburst. He was willingly giving away his own peace of mind, piece by piece, day after day. His wife, who loved him dearly, would often gently suggest that he visit a wise monk who was traveling through the region. The monk was famous for his deep sense of calm and his peaceful nature. One afternoon, Daniel's temper flared up again. He found himself yelling at a young boy who had accidentally bumped into him in the market. The boy, startled and scared, burst into tears and ran away. As Daniel stood there, watching the boy disappear, a heavy feeling of shame washed over him. He felt restless and deeply troubled by his own actions. That night, sleep would not come. The image of the crying boy kept replaying in his mind. Long before the sun began to rise, he got up and walked through the quiet village, towards the ancient banyan tree, where he knew the monk would be sitting in meditation. As the first light of dawn touched the sky, Daniel approached the monk. He poured out his heart, confessing that other people made him so furious he felt he had no control over himself. He felt helpless, trapped by his own reactions. The monk listened patiently, a gentle smile on his face. When Daniel finished, the monk spoke softly, explaining that anger is like a hot coal. It burns the person who holds it far more than the person it is thrown at. To show Daniel what he meant, the monk picked up a cup of clear water and began to shake it. The water became cloudy and turbulent. "You see," the monk said, "a mind that is disturbed cannot reflect the truth or find any wisdom." Daniel was confused. He asked, "Does this mean I should just stay silent when people are unfair? Is that not a sign of weakness?" The monk smiled again and taught him a powerful lesson: the difference between reacting and responding. Reacting, he explained, is instant and thoughtless, driven by emotion. Responding, however, is thoughtful and calm, born from a place of inner strength. The next day, the monk demonstrated this further. He boiled some water in a pot, showing how emotions can bubble up with intense heat. Then, he took a jar filled with water and sand, shook it vigorously, and set it down. They watched together as the sand slowly settled to the bottom, leaving the water clear once more. "Your emotions are like this boiling water and stirred up sand," the monk said. "You must allow them time to cool down and settle before you can see things clearly." Inspired, Daniel began to practice this new way of being. He started with simple breathing. Whenever he felt the familiar heat of anger rising within him, he would stop, close his eyes, and take a deep, slow breath. He focused on the air filling his lungs and then slowly leaving his body, carrying the tension away with it. It wasn't easy at first. His mind still wanted to jump into old habits of anger and blame. But he persisted, day after day. A few weeks later, he was back at the market when a merchant tried to cheat him, charging him far more than the fair price. The old Daniel would have exploded in a fiery rage, but this time, he remembered the monk's words. He took a breath, looked the merchant in the eye calmly, and simply refused to buy from him. He turned and walked away. To his own surprise, he didn't feel rage. He felt a quiet, powerful sense of peace. As Daniel continued his practice, some villagers who were used to his old ways began to mock him. They called him weak and made jokes about his new, quiet demeanor. In the past, their words would have been like daggers, wounding his pride and igniting his fury. But now, Daniel saw their words for what they were, just sounds in the air. He realized that their insults only had power over him if he chose to accept them. The monk had told him that refusing to accept an insult is like refusing to drink a cup of poison someone offers you. If you don't take it, it remains with the person who offered it. This realization was a turning point for Daniel. He felt a profound sense of freedom. Over time, Daniel's transformation was remarkable. His consistent calmness began to have an effect on those around him. People were no longer afraid of him. Instead, they were drawn to his steady presence. Villagers started coming to him for advice, seeking comfort in his peaceful energy. He had become a source of stability in the community. One day, he returned to the old banyan tree to thank the monk. "I finally understand," Daniel said. "My anger was never created by other people. It was always created by my own mind, by my choice to react." The wise monk nodded, his eyes filled with warmth. "Life will always present you with tests," Daniel said. "The winds will blow, and the storms will come. But your strength grows each time you choose peace over turmoil. You have learned to be the tree that bends in the wind but does not break." Daniel returned to his village, not just as a changed man, but as a wise one. He became known as the calmest man in the village, respected not for his loud voice, but for his steady heart and the wisdom he shared. He would often sit with the village children and teach them the lessons he had learned. "The storms in life stop chasing you," he would tell them, "when you stop running from them and learn to stand still in your own strength." Daniel finally understood the deepest truth. True strength is not about never feeling anger. It's about choosing how to respond when the world tries to shake you. It's the quiet power of choosing peace, again and again. He spent the rest of his days sharing a simple, powerful message. When we stop simply reacting to the world around us, we begin to truly live. We reclaim our power, we find our inner peace, and we start to build a life of purpose and clarity. Thank you for listening. If this story resonated with you, please consider subscribing for more stories on finding peace and strength within.